Good morning, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. My name is Shawnee, and this is Infinite Light. I do Tuesday and Thursday morning prayers for you guys just to help you tap into the energy, let you know what's coming towards you, what's in your energy. Having awareness in your life helps that much more versus just going around with your eyes closed. So I'm here to help give you guidance and awareness. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because I will be pulling some cards before we get into prayer. And for those of you who are anti the morning greeting, then I say grand rising to the kings and queens of the Aries community. All right, so I do this, like I said, every Tuesday and Thursday. I tap into the energy. And then just heads up, on Fridays, I do live readings 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in Houston. It's the same time zone as Chicago. So make sure that you have your notifications on. I don't know yet what we're going to do tomorrow. But sometimes I do personal readings. So just keep your notifications on. I had something very interesting happen to me last night. Like out of nowhere it happened, and I'll tell you guys after everything is done. I'll tell you guys what happened, but I had something very interesting happen to me last night, and it has now turned the course of my entire day today. Like after I get the kids to school, my whole course of the day has been changed. So I think it's very interesting. Like, instead of being upset, instead of being scared or afraid, I am now at this point where I'm like, Spirit, what are you doing? What are you guys up to? So I pray that you guys get to a state whenever something unexpected happens in your life where you can look at it and just be like, okay, guys, what's going on? What y'all doing? Because I know y'all are doing some stuff. Speaking of Spirit, thank you so much for your time, your presence, your energy, your love, and your protection. Most specifically, your guidance. Allow me to deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative pop up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. All right, Spirit, what do we have in the Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus energy for those watching specifically? It says perseverance. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. Right now, there's a lot of sacral chakra energy in here and solar plexus energy on here. So this is like willpower, and then this is also creativity and relationships. Willpower, creativity, and relationships. A lot of people in this collective are using the energy of things that they're learning from purging of the relationships or interaction of relationships, especially as you're like watching, or awareness. Remember I said the word awareness at the beginning of this. Being aware of like what people's purpose were in your life. Like, okay, you were a test for this particular thing that I'm now aware of and working on. Okay, so that's why God or the universe or my spirit team put you in my life. And you were a huge karmic mixture of a lot of different things that I needed to overcome to help not only myself but my lineage, but then also to my ancestral line. Okay, so that's what you were doing. And I think that there are some people that you're still not quite sure why they were placed in your path. But the thing is, the community of Aries that I'm talking to, the woke ones that I'm talking to, are the ones that are like, even if I haven't yet figured out why you were placed in my life, I'm still aware that there was a reason, and that is good enough for right now, because that awareness will help open you up to signs of why. And it helps you when you start being able to identify the reasons why people, places, things, situations are placed in your life. Then you can start really appreciating the magic around you, and really appreciating how you control things in your life, and how you can now, through awareness, control future events in your life. For example, as a hot-headed Aries, as somebody who's only just ascended out of being a lower vibration of Aries, and a heavy fire sign in my chart, I've been able to take a look at where I had missteps with people, places, and things, and where I reacted like with grrr, or like a whole bunch of anger, or impulsivity. Oh my God, with the impulsive responses, with the impulsive reactions, which created a snowball effect of BS after BS after BS situation, or arguments, or so on and so forth. And so now I'm able to see things a little bit differently, take a little bit more time, take a look at the short that I posted yesterday about patience, have just a little bit more patience. And I've been able to respond versus react. And that has kept me going in the spiritual journey, even when I don't know what's coming towards me. Even though I am a tarot reader, Spirit doesn't allow me, in my personal readings a lot, Spirit doesn't allow me to reach too deeply, because they want surprises to happen in our life. But you are definitely using your middle and lower chakras right now to keep you going. So definitely throughout your day, just take a little bit of time to look up the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, and then maybe even the root chakra. So we've got yellow, orange, and red, and see what those energies are all about, and how they might be helping you to continue going, to continue remembering your why. Why are you ascending? Why are you healing? Why are we even here, you and I, today, having this conversation and eventual prayer? Why are we tapping in? Why are we using the divination of tarot? Why are you so interested in that? And how do these three chakras really play a part in that? I'm not going to give you that information. I want you to take leadership over your life and start looking it up and seeing how it's relevant to you. I know, Shawnee, what the heck? You're supposed to be giving me all the answers. Well, you guys, you forget that I was also educated as a teacher. I taught for a lot of years in the military. I got rank really quickly. So by the age of 21, I was already a leader. I was already an NCO. A non-commissioned officer. I wasn't an airman anymore. So I've been leading for a lot of years. I'm 43. So when I was 21, yeah. So I know the trick is to get you to buy in. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That whole thing right there. Ace of Fire, 2 of Fire. So, and then renewal. Look at that. I got some new cards yesterday. I really like angel themed cards, but these kind of look like, I've got fairies on here, and I've got dragons on here, a green dragon. So that could be something for somebody. A new opportunity. So this is Ace of Wands here. A potential new opportunity. An exciting new opportunity. And as a fire sign, you would be drawn to it like a moth to a flame, whatever this is. And then you've got the 2 of Wands here. A new opportunity that is going to help you plan a new path in life. It's going to help you evaluate. It's everything that I was talking about, this renewal card and this perseverance card. It's a time to move in a new direction, but it's also a time to keep going, not staying stagnant. Can you help me figure out what this new direction is going to be? It could be something that you've been planning for a while. You could be in the planning stages right now. You could be trying things out. This could be work related. This could be just with life in general. I don't like to make these long, but I feel like hermit. How to get out of the hermit stage. How to ascend yourself out of the cave. So the evaluation part has been happening. So I'm talking to an Aries community that's been hermified. You know what's funny? I just thought about this. We had my daughter when she was younger, my oldest, she had hermit crabs, and we had the hermit crabs in an open aquarium with no top, and it was on top of a bookshelf. I mean, on top of a desk. And a couple of times I went to go check. You know how it is when you have young kids, like the mom and the dad sometimes ends up taking care of the pets more than the little kid type thing. But I went to go check on the hermit crabs to make sure that they were okay. And twice I went to the hermit habitat that we had, and they weren't in there, and I had to like search for them. And it was definitely higher than waist high standing, and the hermit crabs were on the floor, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Now this was years ago, before YouTube was super popular, but we ended up YouTubing it, and the very first thing the guy said on the hermit video was, it's well known that hermit crabs like to like to climb. So if you've been feeling alone, if you've been feeling like this, the evaluation and the awareness of how you behave and the awareness of the patterns has been lasting long, it's over. That time is over. You are now climbing out of that cave. You are now ascending out of that energy to a brand new paradigm, a brand new, what do they call it? Timeline. Aries, the ones that I'm tapping into are ascending into a new timeline. You're not meant to be you're supposed to get comfortable being uncomfortable, being alone during this timeline. But now that it's going to get so uncomfortable, you're going to start getting so many nudges from spirit, like, hey, it's time to get out of the house. We're going to start making things happen in your life. They're going to get you out of the house because we need you to meet new people. We need you to go to new places. We need you to do new things, because that time of introspection, we'll do that again later, is basically what Spirit's saying. Now it's time to go out and play. Now it's time to go out and play, Aries. All right, that's the cards. Let's go into prayer, and I'm going to send you on your way. Whew. I'm feeling a great energy now. To the ascendant masters that guide us, to our ancestors, to our spirit guides, the gods and goddesses that have energy and dominion over us, the ones that we allow in, to the higher energies, to the angels. Thank you so much for being with us on this day. Thank you so much for bringing us on this path, through this path of healing, and helping us recognize that now is the time to play. For a lot of us, it's been hard. Not all of us, it's not easy for us to know how to play. A lot of us had to grow up really fast as kids. So guides, we ask for you to help us. How are we supposed to be playing? Where are we supposed to be going? Who are we supposed to be talking to? And allow our hearts to be open, our ears to be open, and our walls to be down, our bias to be laid to the side, so that we can honestly receive your guidance, and we can trust for our greatest and highest good. You are moving us along our ascension. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your guidance, for your love and your protection. Amen. And so it is. As above, so below, in divine timing and with divine flow. Blessings to everybody. I will see you next week. If I don't see you tomorrow on the live from 5 to 6:30. I love y'all. Bye.